Whoa, there we go. Yeah! Oh, the first time I did a sat on this, it didn't go right. Bang it the other way. And I was afraid it was me. This window's set. Something a little bit different this time around. Here's the problem I'm looking to solve. So I love paramotor videos and I fly paramotors all the time. Sometimes the cool stuff that you do, the wing overs, the asymmetric spirals, barrel rolls, etc. Can't really tell what's going on. Maybe I can because I practice so much, but if you're a normal viewer, I don't know the difference between a wing over and a guy just freaking out with his helmet cam. It's all just like, oh, here's the shaky part, whatevs. That brings us to this. This is actually my second follow cam. Had a different one before, but it was of a different variety. It was like an arrow almost. And the challenge with that kind of follow cam is that it's aerodynamic and it kind of rests right next to you. So if my goal is to get this kind of picture of what's happening with the paramotor, putting a camera right here off your hip, you can't see, but like right here off your hip is not what I'm looking for. I need one with more drag so that it's back and it gets a picture of everything that's going on. So I reached out to Skybean and said, hey, I'm WoodysGamertag. Can you give me a follow cam? And they said, sure, if you put it in a video, then we'll hook you up. So there's your full and honest disclosure. Got some stickers, some Velcro, I assume that'll be important, and the follow cam, and this looks like when you buy it, you tell it which camera you want, and I said I wanted to use a GoPro Session, so they gave me this. This is my favorite part of the video. We have this thing in my house that we call Tom Sawyering, where we're like, hey, you know, man, I love assembling things. Assembling things is so much fun. Don't you think so? Would you like to do this?
Yeah.
We finished assembling it and I tied it on. I made some mistakes. You're not supposed to use all 3 holes up front. And I'll just say this. If you decide to get a Skybean 2, I chose it because it's the best one, but the instructions didn't quite get it done for me. Like some of the areas where I made mistakes weren't covered in the instructions. However, they have a YouTube video on how to assemble it. So I'm gonna link that in the description, and so you guys can find it, and that will help you assemble it without making the mistakes that I made. Had I watched the YouTube video first, I would have done it all perfectly the first time. Still, I think this is gonna work, and I think it's gonna hang back, which is what I was going for. All right, so the instructions said to clip this thing to your D riser, or your last set of risers, but not the brake. So this looks like it's the brake here. We don't wanna use that. And this is my last riser I can clip into. So I'll use this guy. I had originally clipped it in such a way that it pulled on the line, but it pulled the line like loose and wrong, so now I tie it into the same hook-in point that the line uses. And then this goes around and back to there. It's a little bit bumpy. So I think I'm just gonna go like, 70% or so. Take things easy. But let's play around with some asymmetric spirals to the left. Woohoo! Not my best. There we go. Alright. First one of the day. We'll see what the next few look like. Definitely getting knocked around a little bit as I try to gain altitude. But we'll try these again. This time to the right. Try to take take a wrap. That's better. Silly Woody. Jeez, alright. Let's try this. Flatter bottom. There we go. How about that? Okay. Better than my first ones. I don't think I took any collapses. Future Woody here. I thought I'd share some of my initial impressions and feedback on the Skybean. What's good is it seems to give a pretty smooth picture. You'll see here in a second. I'll try some foot drags. And I feel like gives a perspective that you couldn't otherwise see. What's bad is mostly it's also really well built. When you touch it, you can see it's not going to, it's just built out of good materials. And even though the assembly takes a little while, when it's all said and done, you've got a good tool in your hands. What I don't like is mostly my fault. I think that I made the string too short. I used their default length, and I think they set it to a really safe length and then say, if this works, make it longer. If this works, if that still works, make it longer still. So this is the shortest, and you can see it doesn't get me and my wing at the same time. And when I do tricks, I'm really at the top of the frame. So the other thing I would change is if I could point the camera up. It seems like it's pointed straight right now, and maybe make the string longer, make the camera pointed up a little higher, and I'll have something that I'm really going for. But until then, kind of a neat thing to add to the tool set that I use to make videos. I decided to bring it in and do a sat. I think I talk about that in the video coming up, but I thought you guys might find my landing interesting. I don't know, you don't see it from this perspective all the time. So I just come in wide. I try to put it down near that windsock to the right, which you could probably just see about now. We're gonna kill it. Oops, we're gonna kill it completely. I was afraid if I did a sat with the chase cam on, it would wrap around the lines like I was an AT-AT walker.
Good shot, Jacxtan. There go. Detach cable. Cable detached.
So I landed, put down the chase cam, and now I'm going to try and do a sat. Let's tip this guy up. Let's get some wraps. Post here. Whoa, there we go. Yeah! Oh, the first time I did a sat on this, it didn't go right. Bang it the other way. And I was afraid it was me. This wing will set. Yeah. Oh. Still got a little tippy at the end there. I don't know if that was me or the wing, but I'll sort that out. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is just magic. This is magic. Still have altitude left. Barrel roll. Asymmetric. Just ripping it. This wing loves to get up and go. Whew! I love this, man. This is awesome. I never land with the motor off because I like the safety of a go-around, but I'm thinking about it today. someday, like it or not, I'll probably land with the motor off, you know, and that'll be a hair-raising experience. Actually, 3 of my first 5 flights were motor outs. My first motor, it wasn't this nitro, but the one I had before this, oh my gosh, it had reliability issues. That's why I got this one. That's why I like this one. But I haven't landed, I don't do this drill very much. I just kind of simulate it by idling. I'm trying to put it down near my stuff sack. I can't tell. I might be a little high. It might be about right. I think I'm high. We'll see. We'll see how close I can get to the stuff sack. Not bad. So I touched down right by it, but kind of ran over here. Whew, what a day.
Multi-million-dollar deals, got $1 million deal. When I was younger, I would wonder how $1 million feel. And for real, it feel like I ain't even broke a seal. Cause when you drop hits, they want you to pick up the bill. Now my life is in Maryland, my heart is in Chicago. New York state of mind, but out LA, man, that's where I go. When I need to lay this shit down, so much on my mind, that's the reason I'm spitting now.